flipperzero is a portable multi-tool for interacting with various types of access control systems and digital devices. It is primarily designed for hackers, security researchers, and hobbyists to explore and experiment with different wireless communication protocols, RFID tags, NFC devices, infrared IR signals, radio signals, and more. RFID and NFC, infrared IR, sub-GHz transceiver, GPIO pins, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, badusb, firmware customization. The flipperzero can read, emulate, and clone RFID and NFC tags, interact with sub-GHz radio signals, and capture replay IR signals. It also acts as a universal remote and supports GPIO for hardware hacking. Ideal for testing security vulnerabilities and exploring wireless communication systems. If you have a question about why Amazon banned the flipperzero, so you are on the right platform. Yes, Amazon has banned the flipperzero from being sold on its website because of concerns about how it could be misused. Even though the device is meant for people who study security or like to experiment with tech, it can be used to copy keycards, control remote devices, and capture signals. This raised worries that people might use it for hacking or other illegal activities. But remember that flipperzero is still available on other websites, and it is designed for learning and testing security systems responsibly. However, Amazon took action to avoid any possible misuse. Amazon has banned the sale of the flipperzero portable multi-tool for pen testers, as it no longer allows its sale on the platform after tagging it as a card skimming device. Flipper Devices CEO Pavel Zhovna told Bleeping Computer that the company asked Amazon to reconsider the ban as the device is not capable of skimming bank cards. Amazon's decision was driven by its commitment to ensuring user safety and complying with laws around privacy and financial security. Though the device was originally marketed as a tool for ethical hacking and security research, its misuse in various hacking scenarios led to the ban. If you want to buy a flipperzero, you can still get one from the maker's official store, which gets restocked regularly. Having been using the flipperzero for a few weeks now, I have to say that I'm impressed by what this pocket tool can do. It allows me to read /copy/emulate NFC/RFID/IR remotes and sub-GHz wireless signals with ease. That's a lot of power in a small tool. In the interview with Alexander, Ivan, and Sergey, developer of flipperzero project, its developers, for their part, borrowed a phrase from Ian Softly's famous movie, Hackers. By the way, Punagotchi used to eat WPA handshakes and Wi-Fi network PM kids to higher frequency signals employed in RFID tags and NFC-enabled devices. But the flipper's hardware prowess doesn't stop there. It also boasts an infrared transmitter and receiver, enabling it to communicate with devices like televisions, air conditioners, and even some older smartphones. This infrared capability adds another layer of versatility, allowing you to control your surroundings with a flick of your wrist. According to ZDNet, while the flipperzero can interact with Wi-Fi networks, it cannot hack them directly. Instead, it can be used to gather information and interact with various devices, making it a versatile tool for tech enthusiasts. Sergey the hacker says that Tesla sunroofs being hacked on TikTok, they saw how to turn off TVs in the store, and they wanted to do the same thing without deep understanding of it. The second category is people who use Flipper all the time. They know how to use it to log into their computer. They write scripts for badusb. These people are interested in the world around them. For example, they see that there is an intercom. They look at what technology is used there, NFC, RFID, or I button. The flipperzero acts as both a transmitter and receiver, covering many RF protocols. They find the card, scan it with Flipper, explore the technology, and read about it. To unlock the potential of Flipper, you need to be interested in the world around you. According to ZDNet, the flipperzero can interact with a variety of devices, including garage doors, TVs, and even some Wi-Fi networks. The third category is the superhumans who write applications for Flipper. A person from our community works in the Cash Registers Service Center. Our website uses cookies to enhance your browsing experience. Except, fill out the form in 2 simple steps below. Your contact information. Step 1, desired license type. Step 2, team license, enterprise license. Difference between team and enterprise. Didn't get our email, ***. By clicking this button, you agree to our privacy policy statement, request our prices. Why do we ask to use business email? New license renewal. I'm a reseller, select currency, didn't get our email. By clicking this button, you agree to our privacy policy statement. Ask us your question. Why do we ask to use business email? Didn't get our email? By clicking this button, you agree to our privacy policy statement free PVS Studio license for Microsoft MVP specialists. Why do we ask to use business email? Didn't get our email. By clicking this button, you agree to our privacy policy statement. To get the license for your open source project, please fill out this form. Didn't get our email. By clicking this button, you agree to our privacy policy statement. I'm interested to try it on the platforms. Windows, Linux, macOS. Why do we ask to use business email? Didn't get our email. By clicking this button, you agree to our privacy policy statement. Message submitted. Your message has been sent. We will email you at. If you do not see the email in your inbox, please check if it is filtered to one of the following folders: promotion updates, spam webinar, passing C++, 10.10 registration support, Analyzer documentation, prices, blog about us. Try for free Analyzer documentation, prices, blog about us. Personal account language support. Try for free home. Yuliana Kromchenko, Oct. 24, 2023. Interview with developers of flipperzero, a multi-tool for hackers and pen testers. Birth of idea, William Gibson and Siemens. A hacker's nostalgia. Hello Flipper. Want to hack a Tesla? 3 types of Flipper users, basic functionality. The dolphin saves cats. I don't think you own it. On security and responsibility. Beware of the firmware. About the negative feedback from Flipper users. flipperzero in 2023. Application catalog using PVS Studio in the flipperzero project. The end. Learn more about flipperzero. flipperzero is a pocket multi-tool for geeks, a treasure for pen testers, and your own cyber pet. All you need to take full advantage of flipperzero is your imagination and a set of certain skills. In this article, we chat with the flipperzero developers. We invite fans of the device to delve into the history of its creation and explore its technical capabilities. If you are hearing about Flipper for the first time, you can learn more about it. Flipper has gone through bans, negativity, and praise. The project has brought together hundreds of thousands of enthusiastic hackers and people who are curious to learn more about the world around them. Have fun reading the article. We talked to 3 developers, Alexander, Ivan, and Sergey. Energetic and positive, the team gathered to share with us one of the most important endeavors of their lives, the flipperzero project. We'll discuss the following: the birth of an idea, inspiration, and references, basic functionality, worldwide success. Security and responsibility, what's new? Birth of idea, Alexander. Flipperzero is a Tamagotchi for hackers, or rather a geek's Swiss Army knife that has evolved from a hacker's Tamagotchi to a full-fledged prototyping, development, and pen testing platform. In 3 years of the device existence, our team and community have written many different applications and tools in addition to the basic pen test functionality. They range from games and simple sensor interrogation programs to in-circuit debuggers. It's come to the point where Flipper can debug another Flipper, your Arduino, Raspberry Pi, or anything that has a debugging interface. And that's pretty cool. First drafts and ideas were born during the development of access control and management systems. As is usually the case with hardware, the analysis and debugging tools are either not user-friendly or simply do not exist. Around the same time, we came up with the idea that it would be nice to have all this in one device with a user-friendly interface. Picture 1. Source, Peekaboo. These ideas and drafts turned into concepts, which turned into early prototypes and a Kickstarter campaign. After its success, the history of Flipper devices began. William Gibson and Siemens, a hacker's nostalgia. flipperzero is not just a handy and compact gadget, it's your cyber friend. A dolphin was not chosen by chance. It's a reference to Johnny Mnemonic by the father of the cyberpunk subgenre, William Gibson. Even when you're not using the device, the little animal has a life of its own. You can play with it or feed it with some keys or cards. The latter is an original idea. Your Flipper is a hungry pet that embodies the hunger of curiosity. It gives hints and encourages the gadget owner to explore the world of technology. Upon unpacking, we see the phrase, hack the planet, which is probably a reference to another project, Pedalunagotchi. Its developers, for their part, borrowed a phrase from Ian Softley's famous movie, Hackers. By the way, Punagotchi used to eat WPA handshakes and Wi-Fi network PM kids. Picture 4. Punagochi, Saoz, Peekaboo. The way the device looks and its amber display are reminiscent of old Siemens phones. The idea wasn't just to get nostalgic about it, the point is that the display is perfectly visible in bright sunlight. It also has a very low power consumption, around 800 UA with the backlight off. Flipper games are a different kind of nostalgia. Users have created many games of various complexity levels. There is text-to-speech chess, and you can also find simpler things like Tetris or tic-tac-toe. There's a rock, paper, scissors game that you can play with another Flipper owner over the radio channel. There's a Doom analog and much more. Overall, in terms of design and appearance, the devs have made a nice and user-friendly device. Hello, Flipper. The idea behind the device is to bring together all the hardware tools needed to research and develop on the go. Flipper turns your projects into a game and reminds you that development should always be fun. Alexander. Many people find it easy to use flipperzero right out of the box. The UI UX is designed not to intimidate those who don't know anything. You have 3 functions for each subsystem: read, write, emulate. You can just poke around and explore the world. For example, you have a tag and you're trying to figure out what it is. You bring up your device, you read it, and voila, you have an answer. Of course, the world around us is a little bit more complicated than that. And if we talk about Mifare, for example, it has unusual things like authentication. There are sectors with protected passwords. You need to know how to get the passwords by attacking the reader or the card. Everything about the basic functionality of our applications is described in the documentation. There are also guides on how to work with certain types of cards, for example. In addition, we have a fairly large community that develops different things. There are additional applications that greatly expand the functionality of the device. However, using them requires advanced knowledge. Sergey. In addition to the basic functionality described in the documentation, we have a catalog of over 100 applications. Of course, we can't monitor everything. The quality there is slightly different from the quality of our applications, including the documentation. That is, some things are not written at all. Want to hack a Tesla? 3 types of Flipper users, Sergey. We can classify our users into 3 categories. Flip Kiddie. People who bought Flipper because they saw Tesla sunroofs being hacked on TikTok. They saw how to turn off TVs in the store, and they wanted to do the same thing without deep understanding of it. The second category is people who use Flipper all the time. They know how to use it to log into their computer. They write scripts for badusb. These people are interested in the world around them. For example, they see that there is an intercom. They look at what technology is used there: NFC, RFID, or I button. They find the card, scan it with Flipper, explore the technology, and read about it. To unlock the potential of Flipper, you need to be interested in the world around you. The third category is the superhumans who write applications for Flipper. A person from our community works in the cash register service center. To not take his laptop with him, he wrote an application for Flipper that automates cash register maintenance. It's a good start, and a lot less intimidating and cheaper than other routes. You could download and install Kali Linux. Get yourself an Alpha AWS 036 ACH dual-band wireless USB Wi-Fi adapter. You need this because it supports advanced features such as monitor mode and injection. And then learn to use Linux. Can you damage things with the flipperzero? I've had my flipperzero for a couple of weeks and I've crashed Wi-Fi on my router, temporarily stopped a car's key fob from working properly, which could have meant a trip to the garage if I didn't know how to solve the issue, and made an AC unit go bananas using the IR remote. But its IR capabilities extend beyond simply controlling your TV. With some creativity, you can use the Flipper to trigger cameras, control projectors, and even interact with certain types of security systems. In addition to RF and IR, the flipperzero also supports near-field communication, or NFC, a short-range wireless technology used in contactless payments, access control systems, and even some modern car keys. Where can I buy a flipperzero? The official website gets stock on a regular basis, but if you're in a rush and want to pay over the odds, there are plenty of sellers flipping their flipperzeros. If it's the Wi-Fi dev board you want, that's quite easy to pick up. Section 6, the art of flipping. Practical examples of everyday hacks. The flipperzero offers a wide range of practical hacks and experiments. Cloning garage door remote. Capture and replay RF signals to open your garage door. Emulating access cards. Grant access to restricted areas by emulating RFID cards. controlling infrared devices, control TVs, air conditioners, and more with IR capabilities, analyzing unknown signals, visualize and analyze RF signals in your environment. While the flipperzero cannot hack Wi-Fi networks, it can scan and identify nearby networks. These are just a few examples of the flipperzero's capabilities. Section 7. The ethical tightrope, using your powers for good. As with any powerful tool, the flipperzero comes with a responsibility to use it ethically and legally. While the device itself is not illegal, using it for malicious purposes can have serious consequences. It's crucial to remember that unauthorized access to someone else's devices or systems is a crime, regardless of whether you use a flipperzero or any other tool. Before attempting to interact with any electronic device, it's essential to obtain proper authorization from the owner. According to ZDNet, the flipperzero can interact with a variety of devices, but it cannot hack Wi-Fi networks. This highlights the importance of understanding the device's capabilities and limitations. The flipperzero is a powerful tool for learning and experimentation, but it should never be used to harm others or infringe on their privacy. By using the flipper responsibly and ethically, you can help ensure that this innovative device remains a force for good in the world. Section 8. The legality labyrinth, navigating the gray areas. The legal landscape surrounding devices like the flipperzero can be complex and vary depending on your location and the specific use case. While the device itself is legal to own in most countries, its use is subject to various laws and regulations. For example, using the flipper to intentionally interfere with radio communications or gain unauthorized access to computer systems is illegal in most jurisdictions. Even seemingly harmless activities like cloning a neighbor's garage door opener without their permission could land you in legal hot water. According to ZDNet, the flipperzero can interact with a variety of systems, including RFID, NFC, and Bluetooth, which means it has the potential to be used in ways that might breach local laws. It's essential to familiarize yourself with the laws in your area before using the flipperzero for anything other than educational or personal experimentation purposes. When in doubt, it's always best to err on the side of caution and seek legal advice from a qualified professional. Section 9. The future of flipping, a glimpse into the possibilities. The flipperzero is a relatively new device, but it has already captured the imagination of the hacking and security research communities. As the device continues to evolve and its capabilities expand, we can expect to see even more innovative and unexpected uses emerge in the future. One promising area of development is the integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning into the flipper platform. Imagine a future where the flipper can automatically identify and exploit vulnerabilities in electronic devices, or even learn to mimic complex RF signals with incredible accuracy. Another exciting possibility is the development of new hardware modules and accessories that further expand the flipper's capabilities. We could see modules that add support for additional RF protocols, enhance its NFC functionality, or even enable it to interact with new types of devices, such as smart home hubs or Internet of Things sensors. According to ZDNet, while the flipperzero cannot hack Wi-Fi networks directly, it can be used to analyze and interact with various wireless protocols, making it a versatile tool for security researchers. The flipperzero's potential is vast, and as more developers and researchers contribute to its ecosystem, we can expect to see even more groundbreaking applications and innovations. Section 10. The importance of responsible flipping. As the flipperzero and similar devices become increasingly popular, it's more important than ever to emphasize the importance of responsible and ethical use. In the wrong hands, these powerful tools can be used to cause harm, invade privacy, and undermine trust in technology. It's crucial that users understand the potential consequences of their actions and use the flipperzero responsibly. This includes obtaining proper authorization before accessing or manipulating any electronic device, respecting the privacy of others, and using the device only for legal and ethical purposes. According to ZDNet, while the flipperzero can interact with various devices, it cannot hack Wi-Fi networks directly. This highlights the importance of understanding the device's capabilities and limitations. The flipperzero community has a responsibility to promote responsible use and discourage malicious activities by fostering a culture of ethical hacking and responsible experimentation. We can help ensure that this powerful tool is used for good and not for harm. Section 11 Conclusion. Flipperzero, a tool for learning, not mischief. The flipperzero is a remarkable device that has the potential to revolutionize the way we interact with the electronic world around us. Its combination of powerful hardware, versatile software, and active community support makes it an invaluable tool for security researchers, tech enthusiasts, and anyone curious about the inner workings of electronic devices. However, it's crucial to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. The flipperzero is not a toy, and its capabilities should not be taken lightly. It's essential to use this device ethically, legally, and with respect for the privacy and security of others. According to ZDNet, while the flipperzero can interact with various devices, it cannot hack Wi-Fi networks directly. This highlights the importance of understanding its limitations and using it within legal boundaries. By embracing responsible flipping and focusing on education, experimentation, and the pursuit of knowledge, we can unlock the full potential of the flipperzero and ensure that it remains a force for good in the world.